Hi everyone, welcome back to JK Word. Today we're going to talk about LeetCode 1014 best sightseeing pair. Let's look into the problem first. So basically, we're going to find the best spot based on the rule is two value, sum the two value and the minus the distance between the two values. So you will see this formula so you probably understand. And what we're supposed to return is the maximum score of a pair of sightseeing spot. So let's look into some example. Let's say there is this array. So this is a value and this is index. So we use the index to calculate the distance between two values. So let's say here if we choose as a I and if we choose this as a J, then calculation is 8 plus 5 and plus J is 2 and I is 0 index. So total, sorry, total should be 11. If we pick the number 6, let's say the 8 plus 6 plus index 0 and minus 4, so it will become 10. So the maximum score of a pair of sightseeing spot will be the 11. How we can solve the problem? When you see this, this is obvious if you approach the brute force. You calculate each number and try to calculate all of the rest of the value. So find out the maximum score, but it will take n squared. So we're trying to find a better way. So what I'm gonna do is this is the value plus I and then this value minus j. So well actually the original formula I'm gonna divide it into using I and using j. So we're gonna find the maximum of this value per each index, and we're gonna find this value for each index as well, and then we sum and try to find the maximum value. Let me give you some example using this. So here the first, I would say the I values. So first index is 8 and the index is 0, so it becomes 8. So first index is 8. And the second one, you calculate 1 plus 1 equal 2. So the maximum, we compare 8 and 2. So 8 is bigger, so we keep the maximum amount here. And the next one, we calculate 5 plus 7, which is less than 8, so we keep the 8. And the next one, 2 plus 3, which is smaller than 8, so we keep the 8. And then the last one, 6 plus 4, which is bigger than 8, so we replace that value to 10. So this is the I values. And we're gonna also try to calculate the J value. The first, this is obvious, and a J must be bigger than I, so the first index we couldn't use that, so we're gonna skip. And then the first index we calculate, so 1 minus 1 equals 0. So this is 0. And then the second one, 5 minus 2, so 3. And the third one, 2 minus 3, so minus 1. And the second one, it's gonna be 2. So what I'm trying to do, so we find the maximum value for each index for the I values, and we try to find the maximum value if we make a sum with each index with the J value. So here 8 plus 0 is 8, and 8 plus 3 is 11, which is we choose 8 and 5, and 8 plus minus 1 is 7, which is 8 plus 4, and 8 plus 2 is only 10, so 11 is the maximum number. And the 10 we cannot use it since there's nothing bigger than index 4. So now we're gonna dive into implement the problem. So I'm gonna this is the size of the array, and we needed I values which is the same size as the values, and also we need a J values, which is the same size as I, in is 0 and I is in I plus plus. So basically the first index we can initialize, and then J value we can't use anything, so I'm gonna assign the minimum value of the integer. So here we start at the number 1 index, so calculate I values. I equal the max I values, the previous value, and compare values I plus I. and then j, we're gonna calculate so values I minus I. So, well, actually, the j is optional if you don't really necessarily declare this array and then assign the value. So it's totally up to you, but just to make it looks easier. And then final answer, just say the value, and I'm gonna capture, I'm gonna copy this. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna find the maximum value. So since it start as index 1 is so we have to find the two indexes and we try to merge it. I mean sum, make a sum. So I values. So I minus 1, so I must be less than j, so j values I. So answer and this one plus. So we try to find there we go. So here's the thing, and what I said earlier, you don't really needed this. So instead, you can just put this one here. So it's gonna be the same. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time.